Hi. I was in New York for the past 4 months. Good times. And I've been here for the past 2 weeks. And the first place I went to was Bloemfontein. Very humbling. When you've been in New York all those time, and then you're in Bloem. One thing about Bloem, it's beautiful, but it's also got the right amount of racism. You know what I mean? And that's what I appreciate it, because the biltong's good. Because you know, your biltong is good depending on how racist the place is. If you feel racism, go and ask him for a slice, 50 rand. I'm telling you, biltong works with oppression. You guys are fun, because this year's been tough. This year we lost Ricky Rick and Will Smith. It's been bad. But now we've been united, because one thing that always unites this country is our sport. Banyana Banyana came through for us. We needed him. I really appreciate those lesbians for helping. Let's be honest, guys. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I saw those celebrations. Banyana Banyana, whenever they score a goal, they just celebrate with the Adam's apple. Because there's still a lot going on. The war in Ukraine. South Africa, we should not get involved in any war. Looting taught us that we have no business being in any war. If you can't protect macro, nada. Our borders are fucked. If macro's at danger, we don't even know how our army look. Like if we had to go to war, we don't even know. Our army probably trains like Banyana Banyana doing these things. You know how strong Russia is? Let's not fight with anyone. You know what I mean? Like our politicians, we know they don't fulfill all their promises, but one thing they can do for us is just be quiet on this. Don't fight with Russia. Russia's given us lots of sausages over the years. Let's not be ungrateful. You know how cold it is in Ukraine? You're gonna go fight in Ukraine. We died for these 2 months of winter. Now you're gonna go to Ukraine to fight. You know how hard it is to hold a hot water bottle and a AK-47? Just be quiet. Our army's probably run like a sergeant's probably some old color guy from Aldo's. Still hungover. You know we fucked if the sergeant goes, guys, if we die, we die. I always thought as a kid, like if I ever had to go to the army, right? If I ever had to go to the army, I just act like I'm dead immediately. Like when they say charge, then you know. Then I was watching this documentary on Shaka's army, and Shaka's army were amazing. Those guys, like after they'd wipe out the army, they'd walk through and double check that everyone's dead. Now you there playing dead. Oh, God. Stressful. Yeah, I have 2 nephews. I like the one. We mustn't lie, not all these kids are gonna make it in life. Like parents, I hear you parents, you're like raving about a child, and then like when your kids start saying words, then you go visit them, then they go, say it for the uncle, say it for the uncle. And then they just get out a word like, oh, mama. Like, so we stopped everything for this. My nephew, he's 15 now, he thinks I'm the cool uncle. Always comes to tell me stuff, and he just told me that he attempted drugs. He smoked weed. And it's like, how was it, boy? He's like, yo, Uncle Rob, I finished all my bread before lunch. I was like, nice. I'm single now, which is nice. I like being single. You know what's nice about being single? The only person who needs to know where you are is your Uber driver. Can do whatever. I used to date a white girl. Good time in my life. She put a lot of pressure on me sometimes. Like, Rob, let's take showers together. It's romantic. I have never ever taken a shower with anyone in my life before. I've had a bath with a few people. That's because I have 5 siblings. You ever take a bath with your siblings? That thing's uncomfortable. Because not everybody can spread out in the bath. Everybody should just sit like this. They just splash water on your shoulders. I never had a clean back growing up. But doesn't matter what your race is, taking a shower with your partner is not a sexy thing. Because 2 people can't fit under the shower head at the same time. Only one can. So you got to stand in the shower butt naked and watch another person shower. Now you got to act like you having fun. Like, nice. Nice. Are you trying to get water? Sexy babes. Who ever experienced this? Like when you have visitors come over, your mother goes in, buys nice things for the house. Remember? And then they act like you must be used to all these nice things you've never seen in months. Like, don't touch till the visitors have. Like, woman, we haven't had knickknacks here since Boxing Day. This is new for everyone right now. And I grew up very religiously because my mom, true story, back in the 70s, my mother had a fight with her parents, right? And she ran away from home. Well, I'm sure she took transport, but you know the same. And she went to Cape Town and joined the convent and became a nun, like an open mic nun, for 2 years. And then before she said her final vows, the Mother Superior said, go back home and make peace with your family and then come back and be a nun, which was right. And in that time, she met my father and had 5 kids. I'm the 4th out of 5. You know, they say once you get penis, you forget about Jesus. I was an altar boy, 3 years of my life, never molested once. I still feel like I'm not good enough. I even tried to hit on the priest, like, Father, Whenever I watch Michael Jackson documentaries, I'm like, those kids are ungrateful. I just feel like sometimes we put too much pressure on Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, my grandmother always said this to me as a kid. God helps those who help themselves. Like, you can't just put pressure and just throw a prayer at Jesus like, yo, do something. It's too much. You can't do that. Because Jesus is busy. You know what I mean? And if you all belong to those WhatsApp groups are usually run by unemployed aunties with a lot of time. When that family thing lights up on your phone, you see family WhatsApp group, like, there we go, someone needs money. And you open it like, please keep your little cousin in your prayers. And immediately you're afraid, because we know what things happen in the world. What's wrong with Tim? No, he's writing a spelling bee on Friday, and we just need to, please pray for Tim. He's like, there are children dying in Middle East. Jesus is not going to leave the Middle East to help your cousin spell photosynthesis. And Jesus was a carpenter and a fisherman. He probably can't spell photosynthesis himself. You guys have been amazing. Thank you very much. I'm Robby Collins.